This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Centennial, Colorado. I'm here with JDog Junk Removal and Hauling. Since 2017, this veteran-owned and operated military company is your local junk remover, serving you with respect, integrity, and trust. I'm joined with Hank, who is the owner, father, veteran of U.S. Army. Hank, you were formerly educated at Excelsior University. You partnered up with your son, who also served in the military in the United States Air Force. We thank both you guys for your service to your country. Share with me a little bit how this military family decided to serve the community in this particular industry.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. So when I was getting out of the military in 2017, I went through the transition course, which every soldier does. And I went through the course up here in Buckley. I thought I was going to be working down in the Springs, but I didn't want to keep making that drive. I'd done it for 2.5 years. My last duty station was Peterson Air Force Base. So I was going through the transition course up here, and I saw a full-page ad for this company in the Military Entrepreneur magazine, and I got interested, and I called them, and they brought me out and gave me a presentation on everything, and then took us around. The guy that started the franchise, he started doing this business before he franchised, obviously, and so he took us around some of his old routes and his, the Goodwills and the places that he donated stuff to, and I got very interested, thought I could do it. So right after I retired from the military, I started doing this.
That is a great story. I mean, you actually drove around with the guy who started the whole thing. Yep. That's kind of exciting. I mean, let's face it. The longer we live, it seems the more stuff we accumulate. I mean, while it's easy to accumulate stuff, for most of it, it's not easy to get rid of that stuff. Why does the average person not have the resources that a professional like yourself does?
Well, a lot of times when we come into a house, I always send at least 2, sometimes 3 people on a job. Okay. We bring dollies. We bring 4-wheel dollies for furniture if we need to. We have shoulder dollies for the really heavy items. Yesterday I removed a baby grand piano from a home, and we had to take the legs off of it and then use a shoulder dolly underneath it to lift it with a couple of people. So items are really heavy, and a lot of times what we've discovered is, when we're young, we move stuff down into our basement and we have a nice TV room down there. And then as we get older, we're not going down in the basement so much. Nope. And we can't get the stuff out that we took down there. We use gravity to get it down, and we need some help to get it out. So, we provide that help.
You have muscle, you have the equipment to get the job done, and like you said, TVs from yesterday, I mean, they're as big as a desk. Right. We're not used to that. Not everything we want to get rid of ourselves can obviously fit in a standard trash dumpster. What are some of the big items that you're able to take off our hands and off our property?
Most of the items that we pick up are those items that you can't get rid of through your regular weekly trash service. So like couches, old worn out couches, beds, mattresses, box springs, all of those types of things. You can't put them in a car. If you have a pickup truck, great, but a lot of people don't want to go to the landfill and risk popping a tire. Let me do that for you. So those large furniture items, desk, a lot of the old roll top desk, we pick a lot of those up. But really, it's just it's mainly those large furniture items, shelving units and things like that we take out of homes for people.
We're talking about appliances, carpet, yep, mattresses, couches, TVs, hot tubs. I mean, it's quite a long list that we're scrolling across the screen right now that you're able to help. What items are you not able to help? I mean, every state is probably different what you're allowed to do, but what are some things you just can't pick up for folks?
So the things that I can't pick up are hazardous waste and explosives, pretty much. Okay. We pretty much take everything else, but petroleum products, I can help people and I can tell them how to get rid of those things, but I can't personally take those myself. I'm not placarded for them on my trucks. Explosives like propane tanks and fuels, things like that, flammables and explosives I can't take. But we do take paint, which is a little different from most junk removal companies. The varnishes and the stains, those kinds of things we take, but we can't take the turpentines and the flammables that you use to clean those things up. So
obviously when they contact you, you let them know what you're able to take for them.
Right.
Some items require special disposal, like certain batteries, refrigerants. Are you still to help people with those, and do they require an additional charge usually?
So with the refrigerants, yes, we do. There's a small additional fee for those because we have to take those and recycle them. What I do is we come in and we take refrigerators, freezers, all those, all the items that have some type of refrigerant in them. We bring them back here until we have a large load, about 10 of them, and then we take them to a company over in Commerce City that recycles them, that actually recycles the refrigerant and then strips them all down to their most essential metals, and does the full recycling of them. So we do everything we can to keep stuff out of the landfill, and that's one of our big pushes.
Most consumers out there don't even know where the landfill is.
Yeah.
And honestly, I live in a city, I have no idea where that's at. You're not only removing these items, but you're removing them the right way, the best way. How is donating and recycling something you guys pride yourself on, which best serves the community?
So we try to find local military organizations, veterans groups that'll take items. A lot of times if it's because we're going from junk removal job to junk removal job, we take a lot of things to ARC or to local Goodwills, because there's an ARC in every city, so it's easy to swing through, drop the donatables off to them, and let them get those back into the community, versus us having to drive up off of I-70 and Holly to drop something at way up there. But some of the items that we get that are really, really nice, we do bring those back here to the warehouse.
Okay.
I have a small area, you saw it when you came in. I have a small area that we consolidate things, and then I will reach out to local veteran organizations, and
that's cool.
If they're furnishing an apartment for someone for a veteran, they're trying to get off the street and they need to furnish that apartment, we can help them with that.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, your military work ethic serves not only residential but also businesses. What are some of the commercial services that you provide in the way of removal for business?
So we do pretty much everything we do for residential. But we also do some light demolition. So right before this interview, I was disassembling a bunch of cubicles, because there's a lot of people are moving out of offices, and pre-COVID, everybody's still working at home, so a lot of offices aren't starting back up, and they had large cubicles covering the floor, and so we can go in and we can disassemble those cubicles.
Wow.
We can take the desk, we can take the file cabinets, we can take all those things that they're not going to use anymore. When I go back out to this company we're working for right now, they actually have one of those electronic rotating file cabinets.
Oh, wow.
We're going to be disassembling that tomorrow and taking that out of there. So
some antique stuff that people just aren't even using anymore. You're able to come in and get rid of them for them. I mean, for those in real estate, especially in the real estate business, removal of old carpet and junk is vital when it comes to staging a home for sale. You mentioned about actual demolition of existing maybe construction. Touch on that a little bit more for me. What are you able to do in the way of light demolition?
So we love helping realtors sell homes. Okay. We have a lot of relationships with realtors, and we get a lot of phone calls. And it's this last minute thing, hey, my buyer is supposed to be closing today, and the previous owners left a dresser in the storage room in the basement. Can you come and get it? And I try to always manage my schedule so that somebody's available to help with those last minute issues. Something has to be done before closing. But on the property management side, we can help with, and the rental property side, we can help with. We can demo bathrooms.
Okay.
Not just the vanities and the sinks and the toilets. We can also take out the old tubs, because most people are converting to just a shower, or they're putting the newer model, the newer style of tub in. So we can take out the tile walls, the old tubs, the flooring. We just did a house recently down in Elizabeth, and they had 4 different types of flooring. So we took out all the carpet, we took out the wood plank, we took out the linoleum, we took out the tile, the actual nice tile. So yeah, we do
quite a bit then,
we do quite a bit. Yeah, flooring, sheetrock, anything that's not structural. I mean, we're not going to come down and take out the studs in the walls, because we're not certified to determine if something is structural or not. But we'll take out all the sheetrock and get it down to the level where the person can come in and
do it
and do that for you.
Let me ask you this. You're working with a nationally recognized brand. You show up really as professionals. You're branded, uniformed, you're ready to work. Is respect and communication, are those military traits that can be seen in your business through the customer service that you provide?
Absolutely. We have almost 500 5-star reviews at this point, and almost every single one of them mentions the communication. Because sometimes we'll go into a home and they'll have more than what we thought they had when we were talking over the phone. So sometimes my guys will get behind, and they'll be they'll have to go. They'll be a little bit late to the next job.
Okay.
We communicate with that customer, and we let them know, hey, we're running a little bit late, but we're going to be there. And customers appreciate that.
Absolutely.
as long as you let them know in advance what's going on. So we do work really hard to stay in contact with our customers throughout the day, let them know what's going on with our schedules. If we can come early, we'll call them and try to go early. If we're running a little bit late, we'll call them and try to run a little bit late. But almost every one of my reviews, customers they appreciate that level of communication, because we're respecting their time when we do that.
Absolutely. Negative reviews you see out there anymore is all about communication, really. Right. It's many times not even what the people are doing, it's that communication. Throughout the years, you've expanded your business. You're basically working with a franchise opportunity that encourages the employment of veterans. Is serving your community in this way kind of your way of giving back?
It is. I really focus on trying to hire veterans. One of the big pushes for the franchise state, countrywide, is to do everything that we can to reduce veteran unemployment to below 1%. It's a very, very lofty goal, but that's what we work towards. Unfortunately, I can't always hire veterans because I've expanded from 1 truck to 6, and I've got 6 trucks to keep on the road every day to try and keep customers happy. So I hire as many as I can. And all of us that are in the ownership management level of the company, we are all veterans.
That is excellent. I mean, speaking of you expanding out from 1 truck, 6 trucks, vans, you've also expanded beyond removal. You're also providing professional cleaning of flooring, from carpet to grout, even hardwood. Touch on those services a little bit for me. Is that something you are still able to do?
So those are services that JDog Brands offers.
Okay.
I personally just run the junk removal side, but we have a former Marine who opened up a JDog carpet cleaning and floor care service in Highlands Ranch. And he currently is the only operating JDog carpet cleaning floor care person in Colorado that I'm aware of. So he gets all of our business. If we come into a home and we're cleaning out the home, and the customer's getting ready to stage it, or one of those types of things, he can clean carpet, he can clean tile, grout, wood floors, all those types of things. So we do, as a brand, we do carpet cleaning. It's not something that me and my team do. We focus specifically on the junk removal and the light demolition. We do also offer roll-offs for the DIY person that wants to do it themselves. But as far as the carpet cleaning goes, we do have a JDog military resource for for carpet cleaning.
I definitely want to touch on that because obviously it's part of your network that you're able to help people with as well. For those out there who are really just tired of hearing the neighbors complain as your yard resembles that of a scrapyard, how do they get started? Does this start with an estimate, and how does the pricing work on different pickups?
Yeah, so they can do several things. They can book us online at our website. They can give us a call, and we can talk through what they have. And if it's just a few things, I can generally give a good quote or an estimate over the phone. I generally tend to give a range when I'm doing it over the phone because it's just I'm just envisioning what they're telling me. Or they can send pictures, and we have a text line and an email address where they can send pictures to, and we'll review those pictures, and then we give them an estimate on the pictures. Pictures are two-dimensional, so that's also an estimate. Or we can schedule a time to physically go out and take a look at it. And if it's a big job, I want to go out and look at it before we come. And so I'll send someone out to look at it. And when we go out and physically look at it, we give you a hard quote.
Okay, right.
So that
tell us what it is. So
you know exactly what that's going to cost you. And if I'm a little bit off, that's benefit to you. If I over quoted it a little bit and I'm a little bit under, you're going to get those savings. Nice. I'm only going to charge you for exactly what I take. But if I underbid it and I go a little bit over, I'm not going to charge you what I quoted you because I physically came out and did that for you.
Say, integrity you have. You've run the company this way for many years. Obviously, load size varies. Certain items require more labor and equipment. Right. These are all factored into your estimates, like you say. Obviously, you can hit it right on the money when you're in person. You can see exactly what they have. You've always believed in transparent pricing. You're licensed. You're insured. Why are those important to people when they're shopping around for a professional?
Well, the license. The licensing and insured portion is, there's not a lot of restrictions to junk removal. There's not a lot of barriers to getting into this industry. So when you hire a company, you always want to ask them if they're insured, because if we come in, we do everything in our power to respect your home and to take things out in a way that's not going to cause any damage. Okay. Every now and then, that hide-a-bed popped out while we were carrying it and it hit the wall or something, and you might get a scratch or some damage. And someone that's insured is going to take care of that for you, because if it's big damage, obviously we use our insurance to take care of it. But somebody like us, we're going to take care of that for you. If the company's not insured and it's just,
sometimes you find out these things after they're gone,
right?
Like you say, and if they're a fly-by-night company, boy, I mean, it's hard even catching up with them, getting them back over there. Right. I mean, you really treat every person and job with the respect, integrity, and trust that it deserves. You've been proud to serve your country, and you now serve your community. Does this continue to be rewarding for you?
It does. It does. I've been doing it for 5 years now, and it's been exhausting. I still spend a lot of time in the trucks. Yeah. And I'm the old guy on the crew, but I still spend a lot of time in the trucks just because I do enjoy it, and I really love meeting our customers. I love being out in the community, meeting new people, talking to new people, and that's just what I enjoy doing. I hired someone to come in and work in my sales department to go out and, introduce us to commercial businesses and things like that, because I like working in the field. So I still get in the trucks and I still get out there. And,
that's cool.
Yeah, still
very
out there.
Cool. Very nice. You're out there making sure you're getting those 5-star reviews, communicating to folks, giving them transparent pricing. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their website. First of all, on the website, you can learn more about all the services they provide for you, be it residential or business. This is a military family serving the community, not only here in Centennial, but the surrounding areas as well. Basically, if you want to serve in this faction for your community, they have franchise opportunities available as well, and you can get started right there on the website. It's as easy as getting an estimate right online. Like I said, you can go online, put in your information, maybe send them some photos. They're going to give you the best idea they can of how much it's going to be. If you want an absolute price on that, have them come out and check it out, especially for a bigger job. You definitely may want to do that as well. I mean, and really, if you're ready to get rid yourself of those unwanted items that are taking up space that you could be enjoying, give them a call. Once again, that is JDog Junk Removal and Hauling, veteran owned and operated, a military company serving you with respect, integrity, and trust. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.